Hello, Virgo. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead starting September 8th, 2025. Virgo, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. I appreciate you. The deck I am using will be listed in the description box. Not reading any reversals. Just going to shuffle up the deck real good here for you, Virgo, and grab all the messages pertaining to you this week. All right, give me all the messages here for Virgo this week. What can Virgo expect energetically? All the messages here for Virgo. All right, let's cut this deck here, Virgo, and begin your messages. And for you, we're going to start off with the very first card. We got the Major Arcana, the Hermit. The Hermit is just really neutral energy. You can see she's sitting there reading a book. So I always talk about, or at least I have in the past talked about, when this card ever showed up in your reading, maybe just wanting to spend some time alone, catching up reading a book. Just wanting quiet moments alone, maybe do some reflection, gather your thoughts. You're not going to stay in this energy too long, all right? It could be for some Virgos who just want to, take some time out to do some meditation, okay? But once that energy is over, you come out of it, okay? Next up, we have the Three of Wands. That's the card that's usually representative as energy that you're moving towards that's very positive, or that energy that is positive is about to move towards you. Some of you may be traveling this week, and if you are, you want to be safe to and from. I also assign long distance love affairs and romance with the Three of Wands. Up next now we have the Eight of Blades. Eight of Blades is the card of fear, anxiety, doubt, suspicion. You can see the baby in the crib crying. The dog is howling. She's at the window like she's at her wit's end. Be careful though with this Eight of Swords. If you're dealing with that type of energy, just deal with the, whatever consequences that you are having to deal with in terms of conflicts. Reduce that energy so it can, make it better for you or make it feel better. Yeah, so that you can feel better. I'm sorry. And then also to making sure that you're not going through the week, Virgo, having to infiltrate your mind unnecessarily. And I usually call this mind chatter, just worrying about things unnecessarily that you don't need to worry about, putting an end result to those things that you may be worried about. It could be involving a person, situation, or event. And I always say it never seems to come out the way that you may have put it together in your mind. That's what you do in terms of doing some sort of disservice to yourself. So be careful there. Also, I read the Eight of Swords as there could be a break in communication with family members, friends, or romantic partners, whether or not they're near or far. Also, up next here after the Eight of Swords, now we have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is there's pregnancy news around you. And I always say when there's swords that shows up with pregnancy card, if it's not you, maybe somebody that you know is about to undergo some sort of cesarean section for birth. This still could be a job offer. Okay. Pregnancy news, childbirth, job offer. It could be a Virgo that I'm reading for that may have entered into a relationship that's fairly new. It does mirror over here to the Three of Wands. That would make a Virgo who may be in a relationship afar. Less than 30 days old. I usually call it less than 30 days old. Still fresh and still new to you. Anyway, the Page of Cups has the ability also to pull together and form platonic friendships as well as romantic partnerships. Up next now we have the Four of Blades. Okay, Four of Blades is up simply underneath the Hermit there, detaching your energies, wanting to, spend some quiet moments alone, replenishing, rejuvenating, refreshing, just, whatever it is, quieting your mind. You just need this, and we're coming off of a major holiday, so some of this energy may be necessary for some Virgos that I'm reading for this week. When it comes to planning any trips, we already got the Three of Wands, and that's a card of movement, so you could be planning the trip this week and also taking that trip during this time. Okay, so but four blades is just rest, relaxation, rejuvenating. Up next now we have the King of Cups. King of Cups, the father of all love. You know, you see him there with the children and the dog. Nurturing, caring, very supportive. You know, he's very intuitive, so pay attention to your intuition this week. He's here to help you along the way in terms of any actions or decisions that are best for you. This usually represents older, mature males. So it could be your husband, your father, your grandfather, your uncle, your older brother, and so forth. The king is in a group of cards that I always say, if you get it in your spread, Virgo, then you may already be receiving that energy from those that are near and far. He has the ability, like the ability of the Page of Cups, to bring together platonic relationships as well as romantic partnerships. Next up, we have the Page of Blades, which is the Page of Swords. So you could be, you know, having new conversations with new people that you meet, or just new conversations in general for those who are already around you. This is usually first actions and first moves. I associate the blades, the Page of Blades, with that of just ascertaining information, however you gather your information, you know, like your news, what you do to keep yourself updated. Do you, read the newspaper? Do you watch TV? Do you get your information from social media? That sort of thing. But also, too, the Page of Swords could also represent someone who has taken up some sort of interest in you. All right. This could be a friend, coworker, could be a neighbor. They may be checking you out through social media. But if we get the Seven of Cups or draw the moon, then they may, definitely come forward to reveal their interest in you. Following that, now we have the Major Arcana, the Justice card. So justice being in your favor, justice being served. You can see there's two people who are angry at each other. The female in the middle, she's the mediator, calming things down. So this is the energy that represents balanced type of energy for you. Okay. So things being in your favor, like I said before, feeling liberated this week, feeling, at peace, exercising your freedom, any forms of litigations that might be going on, that would be in your favor. Okay. And then also too, someone could be getting married here with the Justice of the Peace. Justice of the Peace, the Justice card in your spread. Up next, now we have the High Priestess, another major arcana. High Priestess is all about paying attention to your intuition. All right. Again, this Page of Swords mirrors over here to the High Priestess when I said that someone could be, it could be secretly, taking up some sort of like or interest in you, and yet they're not ready to reveal themselves. But with this particular deck that I use, and we have a fox, anytime there's a fox in any card, you have to be careful, okay? You have to be careful of those that are around you. Virgo, seriously. Fox are sneaky, cunning, sly, slick, can be very deceitful. So it may be that you have this person around you. It could be in the workplace. It could be in the, in the home. It could be part of the family. It could be part of friendships. These people are really, really slick. Also, the advice coming from the High Priestess is there's something that might be going on for you this week that the advice is for you to be a little bit more patient, but mostly paying attention to your intuition. You could be shielding secrets from someone, locking secrets from someone, or someone could be shielding or locking secrets from you. And again, development of likes and crushes are formed with the High Priestess. On top of the King of Cups, now we have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles in this case here would represent any, concerns over your money. But you can see the lady here. She's happy. She's obviously at the casino. She hit the jackpot. But on the outside, looking in are the people who are barren. So we don't know if she's going to take her winnings and help these people who are destitute or whatever. So it still could be any forms of, ghosting when it comes to communication. Hopefully you're not ghosting someone, Virgo, and hopefully someone is not ghosting you. You still could be the Virgo that, donates your time and money to worthy charitable causes here with the Five of Pentacles. This is usually stubborn energy, feelings of being ignored, cold shoulder treatment. Up next, on top of the Page of Blades, we have the Nine of Wands. So some of the Virgos that I'm reading for would be somewhat busy. The Nine of Wands comes in here to assist you. to carry out anything that you have either scheduled, lined up, or things that crop up along the way. Now, in this card here, too, someone is on a crutch and they're wearing a sling. Hopefully, there's nobody that you know has a broken leg or anything like that, or use some sort of assisted devices to get around in terms of mobility, or they're having problems possibly with their arm. All right, so the last card I have for you in the spread on top of Justice, we have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is actually pretty good. It's an even number of cups, so emotionally what you give is what you're going to get back. I don't really like the depiction of the Four of Cups because I still feel it's a card of celebrations, and it could be celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, spending good quality time with family members, friends, romantic partners, and some of that quality time spent could be done eating out at diners or restaurants. Your shadow energy, we have the Five of Cups now. The Five of Cups is a little bit of sadness and disappointment. Here you can see the woman leaned over the tombstone. And what I've been saying when this card has shown up in other videos that I have read for, you have the pet there. So it could be this, this week alone, some of you could be, even though it's not the Six of Cups, you still could be, visiting grave sites of, loved ones that have passed or crossed over. Usually during this time, the holiday season brings up those could be fond memories. For others, it could be very sad memories. And it also could be that you are, memorializing or having visitations to pet cemeteries. All right. If it is not that energy that you are experiencing this week, it could be, like I said, if you have children, it could be the sadness or disappointment involving a child, a romantic partner, someone else in the family, could be a friend. All right. So this is what I have for you this week, Virgo. Keep in mind, I'm just interpreting these cards the best way that I see it. Use what's going to be helpful to you. Leave the rest alone. Guys, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Have a safe, great week ahead. Always do come back to get more of these messages from me, Virgo, and I'll talk to you real soon. Ciao.